What is up, everyone? This is very new, very different, very cool. I'm excited to be trying this new thing. Never streamed live before. Hi, Jarek. Novice to Net 20 right there. Go check out that channel if you haven't already. Uh, Subscribe and like his posts. Pretty cool dude. Check him out on TikTok. Yeah. Can you hear my microphone? I'm sure you can hear that car in the background. Well, I'm going to take a second to make sure that this is still good. Um, and then we can hop into the designing portion, which tonight is all about. So I'm going to wait a minute to kind of get into the description of things, and then we can officially get started here. This is so fun. Too many screens bouncing back and forth. It's kind of nifty. Yeah. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I know my audio is coming through now. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Levels are good. Making sure I can mute and unmute my mic. Check, check. 1, 2. Yep, muting is good. Sweet. Well, tonight's about design, so I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. Curious, we still have music playing, folks?
This is the 2026 Nissan Rogue. It's the most powerful Rogue ever. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
That's my room?
Yeah, it's next to mine. And watch.
Wow. Can it be blue?
Yeah.
And Charlie's bed can go right there?
Here?
Yeah. Cool.
And look, here's the yard.
Oh, we could have a trampoline.
Still no.
Oh, Mom, what about your garden?
Oh.
All right. Well, I tried the whole music thing. For some reason, I'm getting ads, and it's lovely. So what I'm going to do is totally forsake the music at this point. So if you're watching live, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for bearing with me in these new endeavors. Whatever they may be, it's craziness to think that this is like actually a thing people do on a regular basis. I don't know how they manage. I know some people do it with help, other people don't. So grateful to be trying it all the same. So tonight is going to be a live stream about a design piece that I am working on. I did an iteration of this back in December, November for a Christmas gift, and I wanted to. I got feedback from the first gift, and I'll kind of explain what it was here in just a moment. But I got the feedback from it, and I want to update it a little bit and hopefully improve on the first iteration that we had. And the goal is to keep improving from there. So, to show, the first thing we did was, um, if you're not familiar, I'll start off by saying this. If you're not familiar with the game Racko, you need to be familiar with the game Racko in the future. It is a fantastic game. It's a 1 to 60 card game where the goal is to get your cards in a numerical order that, yeah, it's neat. You have to get them 1 to 60, and it is a game for all ages. And I say that specifically because this is a fantastic game to play. I played it with my wife's grandmother, who's 90 something years old, and this was her Christmas gift, was a updated card holder for that game Racko. What's cool about it is the Racko game sits perfectly flat, and the cards stack in a sequence. Excuse me, in a sequence behind. And with that, as you get older, it is hard sometimes to see the font on the cards and to see the pieces as they're stacked in front of each other. So one of the things I worked on was a little bit of an elevated plane, or some sort of angled system here, I guess like a ramp-like structure, more of an angle to allow the cards to sit a little bit higher the further back they got, almost like a stair-stepping kind of thing. So that's what we're going to improve upon in this second iteration. So here is the first iteration. Let me pull it up here for you guys. And boom. Ta-da! This is my first iteration of a Racko card holder. Again, I was very new, like I literally just learned how to do Tinkercad specifically for this design. Yeah, it's a doozy. I learned a lot. I learned what to do. I learned what not to do. And I'll just say I had fun building this. So, what's going to be new about this next iteration is some of the feedback I got were these three things. I wanted to, first of all, improve upon the design by making the portions, the card slots a little bit deeper. In addition to making them a little bit deeper, I'm trying to improve this angle here to allow the cards to set into the slots a little bit easier as well. So that's another piece that I've got to work on. Does it look like my stream is frozen? Possibly. No. We are still good. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I'm just going to keep rolling. And so no, we don't have music tonight, just so you're aware. I had some issues with our YouTube music. Let's take a listen. Huh. There is some background music, very faint as it is. So it was coming up that there were some ads playing behind it before. So if I hear an ad, I'm going to cut the music again. So we'll just play around. All right. And let's get back to the wonderful, wonderful Tinkercad here. So if you've never used a CAD software, you're in good company, because Tinkercad is the first one I learned how to use. My amazing friend Tuck, who now lives in New Zealand, is the one that showed me how to do Tinkercad. So, or told me about it, I should say. And he has opened my eyes to this wonderful world of design software. That said, we're going to work in Tinkercad for just a little bit. And we're going to start off by getting this realigned with how I actually want it to look. So one of the things I'm going to do is select the whole model. You can either do a Command A or Control A if you're on a Windows, or you can just kind of click and drag and highlight the portion you want, and fortunately this is the whole thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up, select the whole thing, and I actually want to rotate it a wonderful 90 degrees. So now where it says up here in the top left front, this is actually my front plane. And this home screen here this home button allows you to see it from its home position. So now I think this is a one. Oh, there's an ad again. Wait. Don't listen to the ad. Don't listen to the ad. Don't listen to the ad. This is not a sponsored segment. Don't listen to the ad. No, I'm just messing. Although there was an ad there. And we're back to music. Groovy. Thank you, YouTube playlist, for this wonderful music selection. Nice. Okay, so continuing on here on Tinkercad, we've got finally this is back where it needs to be. I kind of want to see if we can center this as well. Let's do a little bit adjustment to the right here. Nope. We're just gonna leave it right where it is. You wanna know why? Because I'm still new with Tinkercad, and that's okay. So it is already dropped to our work plane, and it's sitting flat right where it needs to be. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to start with here, first of all, always make a copy of your work. You never want to overwrite the original just in case you have to go back to a previous iteration. So you can either save as you go, you can make copies along the way, so you can go back to a previous version. Not all softwares have multiple iterations of the same type of thing. So if this is version 2.0 and 10 minutes down the road I want to come back to version 2.1, I have to either make a copy on Tinkercad, so far as I know, and then come back to that 2.1, reopen that file and work from where I left off there. But we're just going to use this copy and see how it goes. I'm a firm believer in not backtracking, unless I have to. So we're going to start first with a understanding of what this is. We're going to ungroup this. So this is currently a union group. This is a bundle, and I want to ununion this. So we're going to select all, and there is a way to ungroup right here. Ta-da! And you can see some of the original shapes that I had used here. One of them was a roof. The other one was a box, cubic solid, a box. Also used a round roof here. Lots of boxes. There's some numbers thrown in here because these are the point structures. You actually score the game Racko in sections of 5. So, like I said, learning as we go. Hey, we got a viewer. Welcome. I don't know who that is. Is that from Novice to Nat 20? I'm hoping so. Welcome back if it's you, Jarek. Otherwise, welcome to the content and the stream. If you're new here. And if you are joining, throw a comment in there. Hey, welcome back. If you're not Jarek, you can also leave a comment. Love to chat with you and see how you guys are doing. But glad to have you back. I seem to have worked out some of the kinks, except for the ads that tend to play during the music. But we'll figure that out in a minute. I'm going to pin a comment here. All right. If you are new here, go ahead and tell us where you're watching from. I know where Novice to Net 20's from, but go ahead and leave a comment anyway. Love to see where you're watching from. Okay, so the goal of this, if you're new to the stream here, the goal is to change this iteration of this. Let me zoom out again here. So this is a card holder for the game Racko. It was designed for my wife's grandmother for Christmas. I got some feedback on some ways to improve it. It actually worked really well. But there's these tiny little things that might be able to help improve it just a little bit more to make it easier. She is in her mid-90s, so playing board games and card games is not always the easiest thing for people when they get to a certain age, but that's quite all right, and we will improve this design for her and see how that goes. Okay. So this first box here that I had designed was okay in terms of depth of where the card slides in and how it accesses. I think another portion that I needed to fix was the roof angle here. Again, new with Tinkercad, figuring out how to do this properly. I'm curious though, if we were to take this and rotate it like that type of thing, would that improve the way the cards go in on this side? Yes. Would it make it difficult for this side? Probably. So we're not going to do that quite yet. One of the solutions we can do is probably put rounded pieces there instead of the angled pieces. That might be a solution, and please let me know if there are better working solutions than what I'm coming up with currently. A wedge might also be a piece that we can use. Let's take a look at what the wedge looks like just to see here. Kind of want to see what these look like just on the grid here on the working surface. So the pyramid is a little wonky. I don't think the pyramid's going to work, so we'll get rid of that guy. A roof could work. However, I wonder if we do this like this. Yes. Okay, so this might be the solution here. I don't know what happened with these if I just rotated them a bit funky. Yeah, maybe I did. So I'm gonna go from the top view here. Whoa, bear with me as I figure out Tinkercad's controls, ladies and gentlemen. It is a little wonky. Oh my gosh, there's that advertisement again. We're gonna mute yo. Okay. I do want to get this measurement. 63.78. So let's do yonder. Doing this on a trackpad. If I switch to my mouse, I wonder if that would be better. Whoa. Wrong rotational plane. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we said this was what? 63 point something or other. 78. 63.78. Let's change this figure to 63.78. And we're going to delete this one like so. And we're going to measure this width here. 11. So this plane, this width has to be 11. Huzzah. And now the height we can go down to, let's try 2 and see what that looks like. Is that enough of an angle? We can find out real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. So let's raise you up. Let's move it here and here and here. I mean, it's cool how this all works. It's a learning process, my friends. It's definitely a learning process. Why you hover, dough? Why you hover? Whoa. Listen, if y'all have a better solution on how to make this thing drive, I am all ears, my friends. All ears. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Whoa, wowza. Ain't it fun living in the Tinkercad? I'm gonna get demonetized for this. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Living on your own. Whoa. That's a cool trick. Ain't it fun? I don't want it like that though. So what we're going to do is fix this. How's the view, Jarek? You still watching? Nice. Ain't it fun? There's gotta be a way to lock this in right where it needs to go. Not in a magnetized section either. Let's see, folks. Let's see. Whoa. Don't want that to do the thing. Don't want it. Don't want to miss a thing. Da da da. Okay, so we're going to leave that there for just a half a second. I'm curious why does no work. Also, these softwares are a little wonky to maneuver sometimes. I'll just be totally transparent. These things are a bit crazy. A bit crazy. Huzzah. Living in the real world. Do 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 do. Okay. Looks good from the inside, I guess. Let's see. Notice the intense look of concentration on my face. This is craziness, folks, I'm telling you. Have I ever done this before? Not a chance. Can I get some pointers? Absolutely. Can I give pointers? Not at the moment. Let's get some music going again. This is groovy. It's like a child with ADD. I probably have something. Who knows? Mother, if you're watching, confirm. Or don't confirm. That is the question. Whoa. I just figured out one of the control elements. Nice. Okay. I think this one's okay for the moment. So what we're going to do is just let this marinate there. We're going to move on to the next thing that I wanted to work on. So we're gonna next get rid of all of these green pieces. And my right screen just went black. There it is, back again. Ta-da! I'm gonna use shift. I'm gonna hit shift and hold so I can manipulate these pieces. Alright. Groovy. That's a bit groovy right there. Alright. So now that we got those pieces removed, what we're going to do is copy this. But we're also going to verify that our slots here are deep enough. So I want to get this height. So if this is 4 millimeters, what is this one? 7. Okay, so what I was doing before was going up 3, I believe, with each portion. I think I'm going to go a little bit further and separate it with 4. So if this one here at the tall point was 4, this next one here is going to be 8, and we're going to keep going up incrementally by 4. So if that's 8, this should be 12, and so on and so forth. So 12 to 16. Wow. 16 to 20. And folks, correct me if my math is wrong. In 20 to 24, we can see that they are increasing semi-exponential, not exponentially, but in the shape of 4, they are increasing accurately. So if this one was 24, this next one is 28. This is really raising the bar, folks. Literally. Bow, bow, bow. $36 and $40 should be our last. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. That's okay. Life goes on. And on and on and on and on. Okay. So now that we have that portion solidified, we're going to then move to these little secondary pieces here, I guess. So if this one is 16, we're going to do the same type of thing. So 4 is to 16 as 8. Wow. Brain stopped working. If you know that quick math, let me know. 4 to 16. So this is 8 to 20. This should be 12 to 24. 16 to 28. So if that's the case, then I can do 8 is a quarter of what? 32. I'm actually kind of curious what this looks like as 32 now. Probably way too tall. Yeah. I think we're going in the right direction at the moment. So if this one was 28, this one should be 32. 36. To then go to 40. Then we shall go to 44. I hear my dog begging at the window next to me. She's not getting in here. 44 to 48. from 48 to 52 should be it for completion of the stair steps. Yep, that looks fairly decent. I don't feel that I need to raise this any further. What I might do, however, is put an extension on this to allow the 50 to actually go towards the slot. And in so doing, however, that does bring that out a bit. But we can make negative fill there to fix that. See, this is what happens. I get distracted. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, so now essentially this hole could come all the way over there. Do 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 do. Lovely. Isn't she lovely? Does that do what I wanted to do? I don't think so. Lovies. Not quite. So I gotta create another piece here and make that a hole, which should be fairly simple. Just create a box and create the negative space, right? Right. Something like that. Box. I don't wanna box you in. It is a hole. This music's kind of nifty. Will that be sufficient, ladies and gentlemen? I believe so. Does that cover everything we need here, there, and everywhere? Whoa. Craziness. I don't want to see any green. I see, I see.
Welcome to Bedwetting Breakthroughs presented by Goodnight.
Wow, see, this is why we're muting ads. And I'm getting a better audio source for the next one. That is a promise. Stay hydrated, folks. Ads are still playing, but we're not going to listen to those, and we're going to be okay. Do 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 do. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 50 wonderful opportunities for points right there. Nice. Do 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 do. Okay, so I like how this is looking so far. And I do think this roof piece, I don't know why I didn't use it in this fashion before. What silliness was I thinking? Do 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 do. And we'll look at the year. Okay, so pretty much we're going to keep copying and pasting these pieces. And since they're on the same, going up every 4, we can keep that still here. Actually, I'm going to undo that. Reason being is because I like the way the second one is positioned, not the first. If that makes sense. We're going to go up with it onto this plane. Yep, and then we're going to slide her on over. I think this is creating an actually halfway decent product. Maybe. Don't quote me on it though. Okay, so now that this is in place, I'm going to start the copy paste sequence again here. So copy here, paste here. We're going to raise it up, slide it on over. Are these not the same width? That's so funny. 11. 11. Oh, 11.83. What did I do? What silliness has I done? Well, folks, I'm a perfectionist, so what we're going to do is we're going to fix this. I don't know why, because it should be right the first time. Shame. Shame on moi. Okay, at least that's a nice even number. Ugh, now it's going to ruin the whole thing. Folks, this is going to be longer than I'm intending it to be. Craziness. How did that even happen? This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Even 11. Let's do the same thing. Ugh, I am ashamed. Problems. 99 problems and a Tony's the main one. Whoa, don't even play an ad. Don't you do it. Do. I have a feeling it's going to play an ad. Whoa. What is happening? How do I fix that? Whoa. Crazy. Okay, so I see what happened. That's crazy, folks. Okay, so the music is playing through. Forget it. We don't need music. We'll be okay. Interact. Oh, I can interact with it. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, folks, I just solved every problem. Oh. Stand by. I just fixed it. I'm going to fix it. Do, 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 do. Tap yes on my device. Do, 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 do. Google verification for stuff. Yo. Yes, it's me signing in. It's always me signing in. Not always. Who knows? You never, ever know. Oh, that's beautiful, folks. Quality music. Ad-free. I am so happy now. Why could I not figure that out before? Who knows? But I did, and here we go. Continuing on with the stream. Thank you for your patience. Okay, what was I doing? Fixing my previous errors is what I was doing. Ay, Dios mío. I am ashamed. This is terrible, folks. I can't believe I did that. Do, 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 do. Okay, so if this middle piece is messed up, then the rest of them are probably going to be messed up, no? Okay, so what's the width of this? Now Tony has to find out. 2.37. 2.37. 2.2. What in the world? What have I done? 2.2. 2.2. Yo, this is crazy though. 2.2. Ouch. So what's going to happen right now is Tony's going to drag all of that over. Whoa, not like that. Whoa, pressing buttons by mistake. Close that software. Do, do, do. Okay, so if this one here is 2.2, oh, Tony, you're such a goofy goober. 2 point, all of it. 2 point, all of it. All of it is messed up. What a goofy goober I am. You're a goofy goober, yeah. I'm still a goofy goober, yeah. Okay, we're gonna start fixing this at the source. 2 point, what did we say, 3.7? Folks, I don't know what happened. I promise you that it ain't gonna happen again next time I'm designing something. So this is, again, the first time I ever used Tinkercad, and I just messed it up, like, miserably. However, I got the point across with the gift. The gift was a success, in the sense that she absolutely loved it. At least acted like she did. It's hard to tell sometimes when people get gifts. No, I feel like she genuinely enjoyed it. What did I do with all these crazy numbers? I just... You know, I will say this. I got the measurements from the original Racko piece. So, at least I'm not totally delusional. I did copy it over and made sure I was following the original sizes of the measurements and stuff like that. So with that in mind, I feel like I at least accomplished something. So do 63.78. What is this depth width? Oi. So we're gonna start fixing everything. I want it to be right, folks. Whoa. I cannot control this. I'm so sorry. I'm still learning how to use Tinkercad. Clearly. Notice that gap in there. That gap needs to go. Why you know fix right? Anyone else ever have problems with Tinkercad like this? Let me know in the comments if you do, because I really, really, really need to know. If it's just me that's a screw up, I mean, it probably is true. However, I don't want to say I'm like a genius by any means, but I know I'm not like a complete moron with technology, so we'll at least go with this. This is looking somewhat better. How? How? I quit. No, I don't. I'm kidding. I won't quit. I won't fail us now. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to line these up on an actual grid line. Like a normal, sane human would. Hey, Furbog, I've been listening to something D&D related. Also, we're going to go with half increments here instead of this craziness of the points and such. So let's just make it an even 63, because that's going to bug the snot out of me. Okay, great. We're doing this right, folks. I promise we're going to do it right from here on out. I'm ashamed, I tell you. I tell you what, ashamed I is. Do 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 do. We're gonna just make it 3 mil, because why not? But then I feel like it's too wide, no? A playing card, like a standard size playing card. How would that work? Would that fit in this slot? Okay. You tell me. Okay, Jarek, you played poker professionally. I don't know if that's allowed to be said in a live stream. However, let me know if 2 millimeters is good for the depth, the width of this card slot. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is make it 3 millimeters. Let me know. Yes, Jarek, I'm talking to you. Novice to Nat 20. Do 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 do. Oh, look at those clean lines. That's how it's done. Beautiful. See, I'm already feeling better about that. Jarek, the width of a card. I'm texting you. Do, 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 do. The width of a playing card. Should I leave the gap to be 2 or 3 millimeters? You can answer your phone if you'd like. Just kidding. Nobody ever really answer your phone. It's okay. It's okay, Tony. It's okay. You know what's going to happen? It's going to be even 63. You want to know what's going to happen again? It's going to do the matchy match thingy thing. What is Tony smoking, folks? Who knows? Nothing is the answer. Do 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 do. And honestly, maybe that's the problem. Kidding. Or am I? Okay, the way that's lining up is already making me feel so much better. Although I do feel like this needs to expand a millimeter. I feel like that's going to be too narrow for the cards. It is nice sometimes when they do lay. Oh my goodness, there's another watcher. Pupski Nomi Kalfa. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. You ordered a bamboo lab. Oh my goodness. Latvia. I don't know how to say thank you in, you know what? I'm not going to be ignorant here. What language is spoken in Latvia? I can't even type. Latvian. I was going to say Latvian, but then I was going to sound like a little silly person if I said it and then I was wrong. But anyway, I appreciate you watching from Latvia. That's super cool. Glad you're here. This is so cool. I don't know if this is how you say it, but Laipni Ludzam, is that correct?
Laipni lūdzam.
Laipni Ludzam. That's awesome. Thank you, Google Translate. And thank you for watching from Latvia. That's so cool. What's made you start? Do you want to try and monetize your creations? Possible future once you get more familiar with software and printer, or are you doing it purely out of a hobby? Okay, so this is purely out of hobby. Just personal interest in 3D printing and wanting to try something. I fell in love with it and finally just decided to go for it. So, you know, I never wanted to do YouTube or any live streaming or anything like that. But now that I'm here, it's like a lot of fun. This is, I guess, technically video 6 on YouTube, so it's kind of cool. And yeah, in lieu of a pre-produced video, I am just live streaming a design portion. I don't know if you're going to watch the beginning of the stream again later, or I'll just explain it again. What I'm making is a card holder for the game Racko. It is a card game where you put cards in these different sequential order, and you have to put them in, yeah, like I said, sequential order. The numbers go from 1 to 60, and you don't know what you're going to get at any time. So you're kind of drawing a card, guessing, and then moving cards around at different points. The rules are better explaining than I am, but my wife's grandmother is in her mid-90s, and this is a card holder for her to help her play the game better, for her to be able to see the cards, because The original card holder is perfectly flat. Wow, there's my camera. It's perfectly flat. So what I did was I adjusted it on an incline just a little bit, hopefully to help her see the cards better. And I also designed her custom cards that had bigger font, clearer text, and less distractions so she could just see the numbers on the card. And that was her Christmas gift. So, yeah, this is design iteration number 2 of that card holder. I got some feedback from it and wanted to try to do it better this time. So that's where we are. Yeah, it's crazy, the design process. I think what I'm going to do now. Okay, so long story short, I'm just redesigning it from pretty much from my first iteration and just tweaking. And I'm realizing I have so many different mistakes in here because I'm very new to Tinkercad or any CAD software. So this is, I guess the whole point of the YouTube channel is to learn in public. So that's exactly what I'm doing, is I'm learning as I'm going. I want this to be exactly 11 wide. But yeah, thanks for hanging out from Latvia. I think that's amazing. I'd love to go visit Europe at some point. Oh no, my webcam is frozen. That is good information. Thank you. Da, da, da. Yeah, OBS has been messing up tonight for me. I think I'm just going to get rid of that webcam source. Let me fix it here real quick on the back side. I'm just going to go old school. Call it a webcam and go from there. I have a webcam, but I like my other camera better. I don't know if it's just frozen because of the webcam. What if I refresh this? Ooh. Oh, it works. Thank you. Yeah, CAD is not very newbie friendly, unfortunately. Even just, so I'm using, I'm doing this off my Mac, so I'm using a wireless trackpad with a keyboard, and I thought this would be easier because I'm used to a laptop, but I don't think it's easier, not any bit yet. And also, I'm still learning how the controls work of Tinkercad. This is my second time using it, and I haven't touched it since December. I should have practiced before my live stream. But I just wanted to get a live stream under my belt. So, again, thank you for being here. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Go get some sleep. Making sure these dimensions match. 63, 11. These are great. Okay. I love having a mute button, by the way. Yep, it's cool having a mute button because I can cough, and I'm actually going to try to use it this time. I don't want to blow out anyone's ears when I'm coughing and sneezing or whatever, so I apologize for that. Learning etiquette as we go. Okay. You would think I know proper audio etiquette because I'm a podcaster on the side as well. And I work in broadcasting. My 9 to 5 is, I work at a TV station. So You would think I would know proper etiquette for the mute button, but apparently not. That's alright. We're gonna keep going. I think my problem is I always think I could fix it in post, but post is not always the solution, especially not with a YouTube live. So what we're going to do is delete these boys. Ooh, no, I want to fix this first. No, that is the fix. Okay, I see. Da 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 da. Okay. Yeah, I'm already feeling better about this. I'm digging this music too. Super chill. Even 20. Let's bring her back down. Huzzah. There might be a better way to do this, by the way. I don't know what that may be. So, like I said, it's a learning process. Huzzah. Okay. Now we're making some progress here, folks. I can't believe I didn't do this earlier. You know, logic dictates that you improve with each new time you do something. And I'm hoping I'm improving as I'm doing this. If you guys have any helpful hints for me, I'd love to hear how to improve my workflow. To make these streams both more entertaining and more fruitful with time management. I don't want to waste your time, my time, the internet's time, because God knows there's enough videos out there for 1.5 million people to be watching all the time on a regular basis. You know, there's billions of hours out there. Goodness gracious, probably trillions by now. So, we're going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I am. Okay, good. I always like to monitor YouTube from the user side to make sure that you guys are seeing what you're supposed to be seeing. Oh my gosh. My buddy who's going live at Mistwood Publishing. So exciting. Shay.
The campaign begins.
Ta-da.
And I see that I think we have one viewer now. Unless I'm reading it wrong.
No, you're not reading it wrong,
yeah,
brother.
Getting over a flu, so... Oh, we lost him. Getting over the flu, so a little bit rough for wear. My mustache looks exactly like you would expect for somebody getting over the flu. So my voice is definitely darker.
Okay. A guy I knew from college. He's live streaming as well right now. I wish I could be watching his stream.
So, you know, not darker, but I guess I look a little rougher for the wear. My voice is deeper than it normally is. So, we got 5 minutes until things go live. I checked it earlier.
Okay, so my friend has a book coming out. Another book coming out. And it's going to be great. His first books were excellent. He's a fun dude. love this. I'm going to have that going in the background just because I'm a media dude. I can't help myself. All right. Okay, let's keep designing. All right, let's bring this to 16. 3, 4. Bring this to 28. Hey, so much cleaner. Okay, 20. Wow. 32. If you guys have anything that you guys would like to see me design in the future, let me know. I am new to the design thing, but love figuring this out. Do, do, do. All right. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, we're halfway there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 24. Let's go number 8. Huzzah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 10 slots. Okay, so my friend who is streaming through Mistwood Publishing channel, he is launching his Kickstarter tonight, so I'm so excited. Yay! That's so cool. Oh, so proud of this dude. I grew up with his wife, Sarah, and then we all went to the same college. Folks are awesome. 28. Do, 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 do. Do-do-do-do. I will spend my money, Seth. Or Shay. Wow. My brain stopped working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Haha. So excited. Oops. Huzzah. Hodor. Hodor. Vocal string. Whoa. So the green one first. Let's raise the roof. Get it? Because it's a roof piece. See, that's funny. Roof. Roof. It's like a dog. Roof, roof, roof. And I'm raising it. So excited for this. Medium male. He's talking about medium male in his thing. What happens if I change this to 4? Ooh. Nice. I think this angle will be better to get the cards in the slots. What are your thoughts, folks? Would love to hear. All right. I'm a little loopy right now. So excited for this now. I'll be totally honest, this just redoing this in a equal and clean manner makes me feel so happy. That's so much better. Wow. Okay, so this is 63 mil. So just the score portion here, I guess it doesn't need to be anything crazy. Okay, so this is 11, and that is 3. Okay, so 14. 28. So that's 146. Aha. That's so much better. So clean. Let's make it an even 10. Nice. Ta-da. I'm going to see this from the top now. All right, folks, we're doing it. We're doing it. Oops, I missed my 5. That's awesome. This dude that I'm watching. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. Shay E. Rock. Let's do this. Oh, a little too high. Do-do-do. This music is so chill. Okay. sure that these all align properly. Do, do, do. Do, do. I think that looks better there. I am just making these decisions as we go. Huzzah. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Oh, bow, bow. Huzzah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Lovely. All right, all right, all right, all right. So now, my next portion here is to... Let's go back from the top again. Reason for that will be I want to group these things together properly. Okay, so yeah, we can do that from the top. Do, 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 do. Huzzah. Alright, so we are going to group them. Bundle group? Union group. Bundle group. Hee hee. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this guy to just cancel out this little hang off. Do, 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 do. I think that will work beautifully. Okay, I am in the unbundle. Okay, now let's do the bundling again. Aha. So because of that cube little here thing here, that square, this guy that's a hole, which is right here, that's helping to cut off that back portion. That's looking lovely, folks. I'm kind of proud of this. I usually don't take pride in my work as much as I should. Anyway, what we're going to do next is... I think this looks good so far. Did I go with 3? I did go with 3. Thank goodness. Okay. Next portion is we're going to bundle these. Huzzah. Actually, I'm going to undo that first. Reason being is because I want this to go inside here. So this width is 63. Let's make this 60, maybe 61. Huh. This dude's killing it. My buddy's launching his book tonight. If you're just tuning in, he's, launching his next book campaign. It's pretty amazing. First two were awesome. Sylvan Mist and the Veil of Stars. His name is S.R. Mowry. He's an author. And he just launched a Kickstarter for his third book in the series. Different portion of the saga. It's super cool. Yeah. I'm digging this, folks. All right. Let's go to 36 for that. What if we do 38? Oop. Huzzah. All right. All right. You know what? I'm going to undo that because I want to move this in just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go back to top. Huzzah. Ta-da! Great. Digging this, digging this. Okay, so let's, you know what? I'm going to undo that and take it a step further. What if... What if... this a lot. All right. Well, it looks like we're kind of wrapping this up, folks. Not gonna lie. This is super fun. Whoa. Okay, so now that this is I think adjusting the height might help. Let's see what that looks like. Yes, I'm going to put it there. Reason being is because this is looking fantastic. I'm super happy with this. Did I lose my screen? Yes, I did. I lost my camera monitor. That's alright. I'm still able to see it on my computer. I like redundant systems, folks. Ask my coworker. No. Unbundle.
Well, I know that's hard to get you to believe me, but I just want you to know that if you're ever feeling down or depressed, and you just feel like everything's wrong with your life and you want it to stop, just know that there are people there for you. Whether you're aware or not,
Yay!
it's a really hard time.
I was able to hollow it out a little bit. Oh, that's beautiful.
A little bit of effort. I know you won't believe me at first, but you just have to have a little bit of faith and a little bit of hope. If you're listening to this, know that I believe.
Ooh. I've got a creaky chair. Sorry if you're listening to that. I kind of think I need to adjust the height of this so as to prohibit the cards from going off the side. That's what that wall is there for to begin with. Okay, I'm going to do that real quick. And that should be the last thing I do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Huzzah. Nice. Okay. That should help on that side. Okay, we are able to see some of that stuff there. Great. Almost there, folks. Almost there. That's kind of cool. That would make more sense doing it that way. Alright. Let's block this off. I'm loving this. Do 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 do. Bring it up. What about angles? Yeah, that's a good angle. Whoa. Well, ladies and gents, we're just about there. Haha. Okay, so this angle will be 6 degrees. Whoa. I'll leave it back where the rest of them were here. Do, do, do. Negative 0.5. Ooh. Negative 0.5. Yes. Oof. I gotta fix that, ladies and gents. I'm learning my mistakes. Do 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 do. All right, how we doing on the stream, folks? Oh, someone's back viewing. Thank you for being here. If you are just tuning in for the first time, I am redesigning what was a Christmas gift for my wife's grandmother in her mid-90s. This is a Racko card holder. It was a the game had been originally had a flat card holder, and this is a redesigned version. I had it slightly less inclined than this version. This is version 2.0, and I'm kind of just testing my hand at it, seeing what it's looking like, and we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to the outcome of this one. I'll probably print it tomorrow. That way we could try to use it in a game. I will say it is better to use FDM printer for this type of product as opposed to a resin-based printer, but c'est la vie. I'll have someone make it for me if I need to. Do 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 do. Almost there, ladies and gents. Green Lantern is the place for me. Sorry, my friend on his live stream is talking about the Green Lantern. Farm living is the life for me. Do, 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 do. Huzzah. Do. Let's fix this angle. Another 2 degrees. Folks, this is not working. If you have suggestions, let me know in the comments. Okay, we're getting there. 3 more numbers. Yay! Okay. Let's do this. Fix the 6. That was easy. Aha, figuring out the motions of this stuff. It's a good time. Do, 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 do. Ah, behave, numbers, behave. Ladies and gents, we are just about there. Oh, don't do that, Tony. Don't do that. Oh, right. Oh, oh. We are on the last one. Let's do 3 degrees.
And on the count of 3.
Okay. It's 0.5. Whoa. Well, ladies and gents, I think I've finished it. Let's take a look, shall we? Wow. I think I may have finished it. Definitely proud of this iteration. Looks a million times better. Super happy about this, folks. Okay, I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna show you guys what the original version looked like. I have it up on my Etsy store. Yes, because even imperfect things are fine being sold. It adds a human element to it, right? Do 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 do. All right, so here is the original product that I had made. Designed it again in Tinkercad. It looks terrible now comparatively to the version 2.0. I am so happy that we did this tonight, because this was a flat holder, and this version, it was better than the flat version. However, there's always room for improvement, as we saw tonight. So I think that just about does it for the stream, folks. It is 9:13. We've been doing this for 2 hours. I am proud to say that I've completed a stream, completed a design. So thanks for designing with me. Thanks for sticking with it for 2 hours. Again, if you're watching this for the first time, either live with me or down the road, whatever day you're watching this on, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to hear where you're watching from. And hope to see you guys in the next stream, whenever that may be. My goal is hopefully soon. So yeah, thanks for being here. Loved having you guys, and hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks, y'all.